host, Todd Hodge from Team Losi Racing and Horizon Hobby, and today we're going to tell you about the Team Losi Racing 8IGHT-T 4.0. Now, we know a lot of stuff got leaked recently, and we don't know if, who knows, maybe that was a little planned, or maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Anyways, today we're going to tell you about this an exciting new project. It is the 4.0 version of the 8T, and so let's get into it. First off, we have the body. Here, basically the body. It's basically the same body as the 8T 3.0. There is a slight change to the engine location, the engine hole location. You'll see when you get the body, obviously the engine head is shifted over a little bit. Can you use the 8T 3.0 body? Yes, you can. You'll just have to trim the engine head out a little bit, but you're fine with that. Okay, so let's get into it. 8T 4.0. Just like the 8 4.0, the 8E 4.0, the big change on this guy is the drivetrain. We moved the diff over, moved the engine over, so we can get those balanced drive shaft angles. So for a better power bleed, when you're getting on the power, more power goes to the front rather than it being directed to the rear. So it just creates a better balance for the whole vehicle. Like on the 8 4.0, it has the drive boots on the rear center and the front center. It also has the throttle brace, so for your braking, makes the braking way more consistent, especially in hotter conditions and over long mains. Another big change that we did on this one that we didn't do on the other's car is that we made new suspension arms. So on this vehicle, the suspension arms are about 5.5 millimeters shorter compared to the 8T 3.0. Now, what does that do? Well, what that does is it now makes the Truggy a lot more agile. The truck responds faster, has more steering, has more grip. Overall, just makes the truck faster. Something that a lot of our drivers have been asking for. Hey, the 8T 3.0, it's a little too easy to drive. It's hard to go fast. So, we need something to make the car just respond faster. We want to make it handle like a buggy, and that's kind of hard to do with the big Truggy tires. So what we did, working with Ryan Mayfield, he came back and said, hey, this is something I want to try. So we went out and made some prototype arms. We tested it. It was definitely in the right direction. So we went with it on this vehicle. So with that, you have the shorter suspension arms, 5.5 millimeters per side, so a total of 11 millimeters narrower. Well, what else is different? Obviously, the camber links had to go shorter. The drive shafts had to be shorter. So all of that kind of goes hand in hand with the 8T 4.0 to make it a lot more agile, a lot more quicker around the track. So traditional to the 8 4.0, 8T 4.0, it has all of the updates that the 8 4.0 has. So it has the drive shaft boots. It has the new spindle and carrier. Spindle and carrier carry over from the buggy to the Truggy. So that's good. So one set of parts in your box. Also the new shock bushings, bleeder shock caps. You can run either emulsion type shocks or bladder shocks. Kind of seeing in the market right now, some guys are just taking out the bladder using the emulsion type shock. They're not changing their shock oil or anything. The only time they're really changing their shock oil is during drastic temperature changes. If hotter it gets, you go up in oil. Colder it gets, you go down in oil. Also on the 8T 4.0, we have all of the option parts that are included. Something that we added to this one that we thought was really important is the steering aluminum bell crank. So on the Truggy, it just makes it more durable and definitely a nice added value to the vehicle. All right, so going back to the chassis, some other changes we have is the fuel tank. Just like the 8 4.0, the 8T 4.0 has a new fuel tank. Now, why is that? Why does it need a new fuel tank? Well, that's because the mounting position changed. So ultimately, the bottom of the fuel tank is what is different, and then the top of the fuel tank is the same. So we had to move that mounting position towards the front of the chassis, or in the front of the chassis, to accommodate the new drivetrain layout. Just like the 8 4.0, this has the new spindles, and rear hubs that use the 8x16 bearings, so added durability there. Kind of going back to the option parts and some of the new stuff that we included on the truck, it does have the aluminum bearing inserts, and now that we're talking about the rear gearbox, it does have the bearing spacers that go between the two bearings here for the pinion gear, and then obviously just like the 3.0, it has the new ring and pinion gear for the front and the rear. So now it's the 4712. So why the 4712? Well, that extra 2 teeth compared to the original 8T 2.0, which was a 4310, the 4712 just gives more, basically, tooth engagement. So that greater tooth engagement basically creates more durability for the Truggy. I mean, we all know Truggy, you can run 28s in them, most of the guys run 21s, but just the amount of power these things have and just how much heavier they are, I mean, you can put these things through a lot. So having that extra tooth engagement just improves durability like it did on the 8T 3.0. Kind of going back to the shocks. So shock towers are refined. Not a lot changed here. A little bit new design language, some added camber holes in the rear. They're all vertical now, so you can kind of go in the half hole increments to get your different camber gains depending on what you like at your local track. Another thing I'd like to cover are the shock springs. Now the shocks that come with the springs that come with the vehicle are the standard 8T 3.0 shock springs. Now when you buy the replacement parts, you'll notice that the shock springs are actually 10 millimeters shorter than the stock shock springs. You're able to get your ride height out of the shock springs that are included with the vehicle, but just as a safety guard, we released a new shorter spring kit for replacement parts. And it's gonna come in our standard 3-pack where you're gonna get 3 different rates. Another difference is you're gonna actually get 1 step softer in that kit. So you're gonna get a 5.4, 5.6, 5.8, both front and rear out of that 10 millimeter shorter spring kit. Whereas the longer spring kit that you're used to at the 8T 3.0 is actually the 5.6, 5.8, and 6.0 rate. So, well, why do you want softer? Well, ideally, you have the shock out on the arm, it's a shorter arm. You need a softer spring to support that shorter arm. So again, that's just in the replacement parts that you buy for the truck that'll have the 10 millimeter shorter spring. And again, the truck's coming with the 8T 3.0 shock spring set, just like the original model did. So most of our TLR kits come with wheels. So, you know, the 8 4.0, 8E 4.0, or 22 lineup, they all come with wheels. Well, with this vehicle, we don't offer a truly competitive wheel, which are the VTR design type wheels. So the super lightweight wheels, like what you're seeing here on these, on the truck. So the vehicle does not come with wheels like our other vehicles. That's the kind of status quo for the 8T 3.0, and we just kept it consistent in this. So again, you'll be able to put anything on there, you know, that you want to, but just want to let you know that the truck doesn't come with wheels. So a lot of our new product releases, people ask, why do I need it? Why do I want that car? You know, why do I want the 8 4.0? Why do I want the 8E 4.0? Is it worth the extra money to buy the vehicle? Well, why do you want the 8T 4.0? Well, let me tell you. The reason you want the 8T 4.0 is simply because it's better. It's the refinement of the Truggy. As you can see with all of our marketing, it's an evolution of the 8T, a continuation of a constant development and refinements of our platforms. The why is it handles better, it's quicker, it's faster around the track, it's going to get you in the winner's circle. Obviously the driver's a lot of that, but the truck is going to help you. And that's going to probably be evident with the release of the vehicle at the Nitro Challenge. It'd be really interesting to see how the team runs and how they fare up to the competition. I mean, the entire travel team, A-team will be running the truck there, so we're really excited about that, and we'll let the results speak for themselves. All right, so that's a wrap on the new Team Losi Racing 8T 4.0. It's the last vehicle in our lineup on the 8 scale side that's going to have the 4.0 badge. We're really excited about it to get it out at the track. The guys will be competing this week at the Dirt Nitro Challenge at the Fear Farm in Phoenix, Arizona. So really excited and wish the team the best of luck with that. And until next time, until the next release we have, race on.